Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesigningtechtips.com. Well, today we're going to be making this countdown timer. Countdown timers are absolutely awesome if you've got a page coming soon, or a product launch, or a sale coming up. They're a fantastic way of advertising it and giving it a bit of urgency. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, I'm going to go down to where I want to work. I'm going to add a new section, little blue button right there. I'm going to make it a regular section. And I'll leave that there for the moment, and let's just delete this section we've got up here. Okay, so let's add a row with a single column. Divi comes as standard with all of these, plus you get an extra 12 modules if you've got WooCommerce installed and you're selling products. So here's our countdown timer. Just left click, and as you can see, it's already put something in there for us. So if we look at our settings here, we've got our title, sale coming soon, or huge product launch, whatever you want to say. Obviously that's the title there. We can set the date here, just go forward or backwards to wherever it is you want to go. September 2020, set the day. And down below you can set the hour. That's midnight right down there. And that's 11:59 or 11 o'clock the other side. Minutes obviously is 0 to 59. So if we want it 8 AM, put it to 8. And 0. 8:30 will be in the middle there. So you set your date and time that way. That's where it's going to count down to here. If you want to link the module to something, this is where we'll put it in here. In fact, we might link it to a section just to demonstrate that. So we'll do that in a moment. Background, I don't actually want a background in there. You can either just erase it like that, or just take away use background color. Now I've done that, you can't see it because the writing's all white. Let's just save this, go into our actual section background, and let's give it a background. We've done a module on backgrounds. If you want to learn a bit more about that, have a look at the playlist below. So let's pop a gradient in there. We'll have a nice dark gradient. I'll make it black at the bottom, and not quite so black at the top, but certainly blackish. There we go, and let's just take that down a little bit so it's not quite as dark. Great, and I'm going to add an image as well, and I'm going to blend my image. Let's add that one right there. And you can see the gradients disappeared, but if we roll down from my image, you've got some great blend features here. I'm just going to multiply mine. There we go, you can see a bit of the image in the background, but you can still see the counter nicely. Okay, well let's go back into our counter. Dark tab for the module, green for a row, blue for a section. So we're going to go into the dark tab, the little cog. Let's move on down. We've done background. We'll come back and do a link, perhaps link it to a section down below in a moment. Let's go to our design. Well, the text general, that's both the numbers and everything else. You can make it dark if you want to, or tweak it however you want here if you want to work on both. But I'm going to go straight for the title text. I want this to stand out pretty good, so I'm going to make it red. Let's capitalize it. Just make it a little bit bolder, so say semi-bold. And you could add a bit of text shadow. That'll just help it stand out just a little bit more. And let's move on down to our numbers text. Again, I think I'll make those semi-bold as well, a bit thicker. We'll make them red. Text size, let's take it up just a little bit in size. We'll spread them out just slightly. And the line height, is the distance between what comes above it and what comes below it. So you can take this up a bit to spread it all out just a little bit if you want to. Well, I'm pretty happy with the way that is. Again, I'll just put a bit of box shadow or text shadow in there just to help it a little bit. Separator text, I'm going to make that white. So the separators have turned white now. And I think I might want to take them down a little bit in size, make them a little bit smaller. Something like that. There we go. And the days, I think may as well make those red too. Label text, keep it all in the same vein. I can't read that real well, so let's make that semi-bold also. That's a bit better. Great. So I'm fairly happy with that. We could change a bit of the padding if we wanted to in a moment. Let's actually link it to something though. What we'll do is we'll link this whole module, so if they click anywhere on this coming soon area, it'll take them somewhere. So let's perhaps have it take them down to these cards here. So let's just save this. I've got a row here. I'm going to give this a CSS ID so we can scroll to it. So I've clicked on the row cog. You can do this with sections or modules themselves. CSS ID in classes. I'm going to give it the ID of it's a call to action, so I'll call it CTA. It doesn't matter, just as long as you remember what it is. So that's now got the ID of CTA. To make our module link to it, let's go into the module, to the content, back down to the link. And because it's a CSS ID, we need to put a hashtag in front of it and then the CSS ID name, CTA. Now when we click on this, it should scroll down to those call to action cards. And any last changes, you can just grab the section if you want to reduce the padding on it a little bit, make it a little bit shorter. And you can do this with rows and modules also. Put it where you want it. When you're happy, let's save the changes, little purple button, save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there's our little countdown timer. You can see that pretty well. It's going to grab your attention. And you can see when we hover over the actual module itself, we get the little hand icon indicating there's a link there. It should take us down to our call to action cards. And there we go, it's taking us down to our call to action cards. So there's how to use your countdown timer. I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.